AFTV Dan, that was a much better performance. Fans were getting into it as well, singing, to Postecoglou, you're going to get sacked in the morning. I mean, that was brilliant, but great performance on the pitch, and it was fantastic.
It was. I think we need to praise the manager today, actually. I don't think we do that enough. I know. We don't do that always, right?
Say it again, loud. Go on.
We're winning the league again, Belgium.
No.
We've been saying it for 4 years.
No, say it again.
He deserves praise, man. He deserves praise. We've been calling out the tactics, haven't we? We've been saying, is it right? Has he been brave enough? Can we go for it? Can we actually take the shackles off? I think he's done that today. I think he did. I thought we were much more attacking, and a lot of people will say that's the team selection. But if I'm honest with you, I just felt every player was like looking forward today. And don't get me wrong, there's times we went backwards, but it was to keep it safe and to start again. And I think that's fine. When you're looking at kind of starting the performance again and starting the move again, I've not got an issue with that. Today I thought we were excellent going forward. And there's a couple of players I think deserve a mention today. One of them's our striker. I don't understand why he's been getting so much stick, bruv.
It's been mad, isn't it?
I don't get it.
That's 3 goals now in 4 games, by the way, which to me, if you get a new striker in, right, and he's in his first 4 games, he's got 3 goals. You're happy, aren't you?
Very happy. Like, listen, if we would have bought Gyökeres to say, right, I want you to start at the right back position, I want you to take it round everyone, and I want you to put it in the back of the net, we might go, he's not really doing that, is he? But we ain't bought him for that, Rob, yeah? He's not a Luis Suarez, he's not a Sergio Aguero, but I'll tell you what he'll do, he'll put the ball in the back of the net, and that's what he's done, yeah? 3 goals in 4 games. Because he ain't gone to Old Trafford and Anfield and bagged the hat-trick, we're giving him a stick. I don't get it. Like, not us, by the way, it's our rival fans, yeah? But Ekitike, he's 2 and 3, he's looking all right. Hang on a minute, what's going on here? I don't quite get this, man. There's a lot of other players that are getting away with it a lot more than Victor Gyökeres, and I don't quite get why. I thought he did his job today. And you know what? I think you mentioned it. He had some nice touches today. He's out muscling his play. He's putting himself about. I thought he did a lot today. And that would have gone in
from a centre forward, isn't it?
100%. If that ball would have gone in, the one that nearly took the goal out, by the way, that would have been a brilliant move. Superb move from players with Madueke, Eze. If that would have buried it, it would have been unbelievable. It's just a shame that one didn't go in. But look, from that angle, he's lucky that he did what he did. I thought it was an excellent strike.
And one of the things that we as fans who have been critiquing the Gyökeres situation, we've been saying he needs service. And if you do what Eze does today, which is like, right, I'm going to pick you out immediately, he'll be there in the middle.
Yeah, he's there, and it was a great goal, wasn't it? That's exactly where I want my striker to be. How many times did we have balls across the box against PSG? No striker, nobody there. Even when we had Havertz and Marino playing up top, there was nobody in the right place at the right time. And it reminds me so much of that kind of poacher that we've needed for quite some time. So I think he's got a lot more about just being the fox in the box. But today he was both, and I liked that. The other player I want to mention, and I think a lot of people might owe some apologies to him, is Noni Madueke. Yes. Because today I was very impressed, mate. He literally, the take-ons today, I think he beat his man every time. It was incredible, outside, inside, can use his left, but he doesn't have that predictability where he's just cutting inside each time. Do you remember we had Pepe here, and I love Pepe, I actually quite liked him, but it was quite obvious what he was going to do with the ball. Now it was quite good because it was actually working sometimes, he was putting it at top bins, but it wasn't like every time Pepe gets the ball, I know where he's going. With Noni Madueke, I'm even surprised, it's unpredictable. I'm like, he's beating him on the outside, now he's cutting inside. The link-up play was good, and look, people will say, well, there was no end product and stuff, but actually the creativity and the flair today was very, very good. So I think there may be, look, there's 2 sides of the fans. There's certain fans that were out of order in my opinion, going, get this guy's a disgrace, or let the guy actually wear the shirt before we're making those claims. Do you know what I mean? Some like myself were a bit like questionable, not sure we needed that.
It was the timing of that signing, wasn't it?
Exactly
that signing came before we got a striker in,
exactly
before we got a left winger in, in Eze and all that, and a lot of people are like, well, is that the signing for the left? Why are we getting him? You know what I mean? But, he's impressed so far.
Well, look, if you would have said to me, Rob, look, the attacking signings are going to be Gyökeres, Eze and Madueke, I would have gone, I'll take that. But at the time, and it was Madueke's coming in, everyone thinks, oh no, he's going to be our winger, the only option. We need more than that. I'm happy we've got more than that. And do you know what? He's a brilliant, brilliant squad player. And he's someone that today you wouldn't notice and go, needs Saka back quick. I haven't noticed that today. And that's another thing I want to say. Saliba, he's out. Mosquera. Where's this guy come from? Like, let's be real. I looked at this guy, I didn't know anything about him. I just thought, oh, he's brilliant. I haven't watched him. I can't tell if he's brilliant. I'll tell you what, the last couple of games he's looked brilliant. I'll tell you that now. He hasn't put a foot wrong. And even today, where Raya gets a fingertip save to the crossbar. It comes out to Mosquera as a getaway. That's the only thing I've seen him do where I thought he looked a little bit uncomfortable. And he's a young kid, so he is going to make mistakes. He's going to be rash at times, but you've got to look at the strength in depth today. And every department I saw today from Arsenal, there was at least one player that shone in it. Even Raya with that fingertip save, another clean sheet. Mosquera and Gabriel today were immense, absolutely immense. Even our fullbacks were good again. You look at Zubamendi, 2 goals. I wouldn't have had 2 goals him scoring today. Yeah, 3-0. I never would have had Zubamendi. What a goal the first one is, by the way. Yeah, and a good header for the second. Declan Rice coming on, squad depth again. Yeah, Marino played today. Wanieri. Like, how good was Wanieri today? You know, Odegaard got a knock and you're thinking, okay, well, at least we've got some players on the bench now.
Probably have played on in our previous seasons.
Well, listen, in previous seasons, with Saka, Saliba, Odegaard, Havertz, these guys out, they were playing for every single week for us a couple of years ago. And now we're like, oh, maybe we don't miss them as much. So I think what it does is it puts pressure on Arsenal to win something this year, because the squad's there now. We've seen the players come on and be utilised in each time in the games, and you forget sometimes that the injuries we've had already. People will look at that and go, you know, where are the injuries? Like, Salah's not out, Van Dijk's not out, well, Saka and Saliba are already out for us, yeah? Well, at the moment, we can now look at that and go, well, he's coming in. So I think that's really important. And the next couple of weeks are going to be big, Rob. You know, we've got Man City here next week, we've got Athletic Bilbao on Tuesday. The games are coming thick and fast, so we're going to need that squad. We are.
Newcastle as well coming up away.
Yeah, Newcastle away, someone we haven't been able to, you know, do too well against. So that's a big test for us. But you know, there's a big test for a couple of these players at the moment. You know, Ethan Nwaneri today, people will say he just walks us in, but you've got to forget he's 18. He's a young kid. I thought he was excellent today. I want to see him start more, if I'm honest with you, because I feel like he's got the ability. He's technically gifted. I thought we were actually a lot more quicker when he was on the pitch than we were with Odegaard. That's not a massive criticism to Odegaard, because I think he had about 10 minutes on the point where he got injured, right? But we looked to move the ball very quickly with him. He turns and spins and he drives forward, and I thought we were very direct today with Eza, with Madueke, with Ethan Nwaneri, and then we're starting to see then Gyökeres get into more positions, because I feel like against Manchester United and Liverpool, Gyökeres weren't really being able to get into the game, but he also weren't fed much, and I thought today there was more opportunities for him to get in and play within our front line, and that's what I want to be seeing. You know, Eza starting today, everybody wanted to see that. You know, it was a lot more attack minded, and I want to be seeing that against these teams. And I think there'll be times where in the midfield we don't have to play Rice and Zubamendi like today. We can actually go against, maybe we play Brentford or Wolves or a West Ham at home, and maybe we look at Eza and Odegaard or Eza and Nwaneri that come in just with Rice.
Remember recently?
Well, exactly. There you go. So there's players you've forgotten about. There's no excuses now. We've got to win something this year. We have to win Silverware this year. And I know people say it has to be a Premier League, it has to be a Champions League. Just give me a trophy. I don't care if it's one of the domestic cups. Let's win something with this team. Let's install some winning mentality into it, and then let's look at what we can do next time. Because, you know, people look at the Carabao Cup, I don't want that dusty energy drink cup. I do. I'd take that in March, because then what it does is it installs that winning mentality to go and do it again in May. That's why Jose Mourinho and Pep Guardiola used to win that League Cup all the time, because then they can go and do it again in May. You install that winning mentality. This is what it's like to win. It feels good. Let's go and do it again in May, and that's what I want to be seeing. So I think we've got a squad now to take every competition seriously, Rob, and we need to win Silverware this season, man.